Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5, along with DJ Odyssey and Admiral Saval. Welcome to our double feature of Sinema Saturday, brought to us by Admiral Saval. And it is the movie I never thought I would say we would be watching. But it is, in fact, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And Commodore Ty has made it. Qapla, Commodore Ty.
Hello.
We have quite the panel. Welcome. Commodore Ty has made it. Somebody is, yep. I'm hearing it.
How's everyone doing?
We are waiting for this glorious movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. God.
I finished Idiocracy. I had to change, I had to unlist it. I had to do things, get this one started. I had a quick slice of pizza, a quick jaloja, and we're all ready to go.
Sounds
now
good.
for those who are new or if you weren't watching Idiocracy, you can watch this movie it is on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you can watch it free on Netflix. We are paused 7 seconds into the movie. So that's the easiest way. The next best way is if you have a computer, you can have two browsers open at once, 2 apps open at once. You can go to the Birdo Prey 5 screening room. To get to there, go to birdoprey5.com. Scroll down to the link that says BOP5 screening room, and you should see the LucasArts image pause there. And with that one, I will control it. I'll hit play when it's ready. It will start playing. You can watch it again. This is only if you're watching live. This will not work if you're watching this later and you try to watch it. You have to watch it on Netflix or your own copy. That's just the way it works. So, did anybody want to bring up anything before we start?
Nah.
DJ?
Nope. I want to get to the movie. Let's go.
Commodore Ty.
No.
Did you say beer?
I just want some beer.
You just want some beer. I hope you brought some.
Hey, Ty, did you get your name from Battlestar?
No, I got it from Star Trek.
Hey, let's quit delaying the movie, people.
It's okay. I do need to read a couple of chats first. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings, Birdo Prey, Mamo Prey, Sisso Prey, Baby Prey, and fellow nerds. Thank you, Mountains of Elysium, but Sisso Prey was smart enough to get out of here. She was like, nope, not going to watch any Indiana Jones, especially not this one.
Wouldn't blame her.
We did find out, though, today that Sisso Prey has a spot for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And so she might not hate all sci-fi like she thinks. And Tubian says, Birdo Prey, Qapla, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's what bird viewers crave. Yeah. Brondo, it's what plants crave. Okay. We have 9 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. Only 1 so far.
Only 1? Wow.
I think there'll be more by the time we get this going.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For all the little crybabies out there, I want to see Crystal Skull.
54.5 Access Radio asks, is it Eat the Spam Sunday? No, somebody last stream had the suggestion that we save the spam for Baby O'Prey's 18th birthday. And then Baby O'Prey can eat 25-year-old spam live on whatever is social media at that point in the future. Why are we seeing, there we go. I don't know why we were seeing the Defiant for a second. Okay.
That would be a lot better than what we're about to watch.
It would be.
No, this is a masterpiece.
So DJ really likes this film, huh?
Actually, I haven't seen it since it originally come out because I thought it was crap.
It is.
So DJ doesn't like it.
I just wanted to make you watch it.
Says I could watch this with my kids, but I'm not that cruel. Plus, they haven't seen Last Crusade yet. They haven't seen Last Crusade. You gotta fix that. We were watching it last week. You should have brought them along. Although I do curse a bit. I do tend to
We all
curse.
curse a bit.
I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of cursing today.
Probably. I mean, this is
Oh yeah.
this is not G rated by any means. So if your guys are ready, we're gonna watch the movie. Again, we are paused at 7 seconds into the movie, and I'm going to count down. If you're watching in the screening room, you don't have to do anything. It'll just start playing. You can adjust the volume. That's about it. You won't be able to pause or stop it. You want to stop it, just close the tab. I mean, some people, I imagine it's going to get so bad. They're like, let me out, let me out. Okay. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, we got Lucasfilm. Now we got Paramount logo. And we've got a groundhog mountain.
I'm all right.
Or whatever that is. Prairie dog.
A better movie than what this is going to be.
Nothing but a hound dog. Yeah.
Hey, we got Elvis.
Yeah, a little Elvis, yeah.
That makes it all good right there.
Well, obviously, this is clearly the most modern of all Indiana Jones films since we've got Elvis song.
It's taking place in the 50s.
Was Elvis alive in the 50s?
Yeah.
Elvis
This is when he was the biggest.
career in the 50s.
His starting of his career.
Yeah, okay. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
Richie Poole. How are we going to get schooled about a good movie if we're not watching a good movie? We watched a good movie last week.
We're gonna get schooled. Oh, hello, ladies.
And
Well, yeah, I don't think they really used to do things
We're
like
about
that.
to end-
That's not a Jeep.
we're about to end the good part of this movie very soon. It just goes
No,
downhill.
why are you saying no? Yeah, we're going 13 miles an hour. Mountains of Elysium is Bird of Prey. This movie has a hidden message. Elvis is alive and well in Area 51.
Oh, God.
Were headlights always on in those days, or
I think it was a new thing back then.
the Atomic Cafe?
This is why the movie sucks so much. Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep.
Hey, at least she's not a dancer in this one. Singing Anything Goes.
People say she hasn't ruined Indiana Jones yet. Here's Exhibit
Yeah,
A.
Night Breeze. My interest got piqued by the girls. I'm sorry. Not sorry, actually. Uh-oh. Those sneaky Russians.
And whatever good is in the movie is pretty much over now.
So those was Russians that were raising the girls. Yes, they wanted to be American.
Russian will pray 5, folks.
It's Ruski will pray 5.
Well, it is a step up better than the Australian.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the hat.
And here's the best part of the movie right now.
From the shadow, we can tell it's Indiana Jones. Isn't that great film cinematography?
Yes.
Russians.
Okay, we can end the movie now. The good part's over.
Did he know it wasn't Russians before? Like this was news to him? Put your hands down.
Pay up to 400 now.
400 what?
Rubies? Ruples?
You recognize building, yes. Oof. Drop dead comrade. Oh.
All right, here's Natasha. Now, where's Boris?
Oh.
Looking for moose and squirrel. Well, gee, they're not looking for me this time.
This would be an embarrassment for even Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, she's putting out her hand. I bet Alexander would love her.
He would.
That's for sure.
She almost looks like a pre-Momo.
She's going to do a Vulcan nerve pinch or a Vulcan mind meld.
She's trying.
She's trying, yeah.
She is Chekhov's great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Yeah.
I just put my PayPal in the chat, so you guys can pay me for having to sit through this crap.
You can go to my website, my YouTube page, find my PayPal there, and pay me for making Bird. Watch this.
Yeah, well, DJ would have forced it for next week, but Admiral Saval got it for this week.
I was expecting next week too. That's why I was late.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you're going to torture the man, threatening to kill him doesn't really hold any weight. Is he the only one that speaks English and Russian?
Oh, that's not-
Senile American.
That's a grenade.
Is there metal and gunpowder?
Who knows?
Isn't gunpowder didn't Kirk make gunpowder on that planet?
Yeah,
There was no metal.
it was sulfite,
Carbon?
carbon, and I think sodium.
Yeah, none of that stuff's magnetic.
Strike one against this episode video.
I can't. I don't even remember this happening. That is so bad. I erased it from my mind. This is actually even less believable than surviving the nuclear bomb. Somehow.
Yeah, especially if it's so magnetic, it would have pulled itself up to the roof.
Yeah.
If it's that magnetic, it wouldn't be stuck in there.
People's guns and stuff would be being pulled towards the box.
If he was smart, he would have just wandered around until he found the ark and had them open it up, and it would have wiped them all out, and he could have kept his eyes
Yeah, but he
closed.
wouldn't have known the ark was there. We know the ark's there, but he
Oh,
doesn't.
it's that strong, but yet it's not attracting their guns towards it.
Joseph says, too much hate on the panel, very unbalanced. This is an epic movie. So I will try to play devil's advocate. and say
Joseph,
how-
you want to come in and balance this panel out? If you feel that we're hating on it?
See, now the middle is following it all over.
I gotta agree with Joseph. It is an epic movie. It's an epic fail.
Epically bad, yeah. Darth Maul says, who has a more believable world? STD or Crystal Skull? Crystal Skull.
STD.
Really?
It's in the Star Trek universe. And I'm not going based on what I just see in Discovery, but outside of Discovery.
Right.
Yeah, this is a little more realistic. Not much.
Rambling Canuck, welcome.
The only reason I like this movie is because it's the only Indiana Jones I can tolerate.
You can't tolerate The Last Crusade?
I can't tolerate the first two.
You can't tolerate Ark? Raider?
Because I'm not particularly religious.
There's one thing about not being religious. I'm not particularly religious either, but
Same.
it's a good movie.
By the way, thanks for doing this for us.
Admiral, thank you. Colonel Dr. Spalko is dead.
Can we just get to the Ark now?
Betrayed.
Wouldn't Indy get used to it by people turning on him by now? Because he's been in every single one of the movies, someone's turned on him.
Mountains of Elysium says, unlike today, kitchen
That
appliances
is
were
true.
built.
Indiana Jones is one of the most betrayed movie characters in the movie franchise.
Exactly. In the first movie, he was betrayed by the guy at the beginning, his guide. In the second movie, Lao Shin betrayed him.
That's another reason I really don't
And
care
the third
for
one is
most indie movies. I know he's a hero
girl.
and all, but I don't like how often he gets betrayed for being what he is.
Right. That with no roll bar, that would just crash through and
There's
not
the
kill
arc.
anybody.
Yep, there
Oh,
went the other.
do y'all know what the term Jeep actually means?
The term what?
Jeep.
Z?
No, I have a speech impediment. The term Jeep or the brand. What's your favorite car?
Jeep.
That actually means general purpose. Because the Jeep was mainly a military vehicle.
Oh, yes. Okay.
No.
Anyway, Mountains of Elysium said that back in the day, kitchen appliances were built to last, so the refrigerator scene is more believable. Wesley says, dear Bob, I told my boss that the great dictator Bird of Prey said I have to go home sick. He said yes. So I'm heading home early. Thanks. You're welcome, Wes. I'm surprised that worked. And it's saying Indiana Jones is the eternal optimist.
All right, time to fry them. Kentucky Fried
Hector says I missed the good movie. No,
Sorry,
Idiocracy was several hours ago. Better put on your seatbelt.
Does this mean next week we
What?
can finally watch a good movie with Galaxy Quest?
I'll definitely be on that panel. Galaxy Quest is my second favorite Star Wars Star Trek combination parody. My first would have to be Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was funny, yes.
I think Galaxy Quest is a lot better than Spaceballs. Not that I hate Spaceballs. I like Spaceballs, but
I just want to suggest if any of you guys like Spaceballs, I would highly suggest watch History of the World Part 1 by Mel Brooks.
I mean, I would imagine most people here have, I would hope.
Now that's a good comedy.
Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Bird of Prey and chat. Greetings, Mike Richards.
Can we
Thanks
put
for
that
being
on the
here.
list?
Cinnabon Bunny is warning us of a Sharknado.
I'd rather watch that than this right now.
Is there a Sharknado warning for New York? I wouldn't be surprised. No, don't worry.
Joseph, do you hate all good movies?
Yes, it does. It's confirmed.
Because he just says Spaceballs is an unfunny piece of crap.
Yeah, it
And
seems
he
like
hates-
all the parody movies he hates.
He doesn't
He
like
hates anything
Anchorman either.
It seems like he hates anything that's good.
Does he really think he's in a real neighborhood?
He does.
This scene is so bad because it's making Indy look like an idiot.
But look at that. They even waxed the floor. They had to make it look
Got
as
pigs in the tables. They're playing music. Right, they'd leave the TV on. Of course they would.
It's howdy doody time.
I've seen this Twilight Zone episode before.
No, that's not good. There's some water for him.
Good humor.
I do give them credit for they do actually give the proper warning when they were doing atomic tests. That is an actual warning that they gave out.
Are we at the panel supposed to be able to hear the movie?
If you're on the, you have to be on the Birdo Prey 5 screening page. The viewing, the VOP5 viewing your room, or you could be watching your own copy, or you could be watching it on Netflix.
So they had to make it on the nose, telling you why the fridge survived because it was lead lining.
Oh yeah, I saw that the first time I saw the movie.
I just caught that now.
Yes, because they found out after the atomic bomb test, only the refrigerators survived. Not to mention the force that would be involved in him hitting the ground right now.
Yeah, that should kill you almost
This is-
instantly.
That would have killed him 10 times over.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
Indiana.
up until that point, they actually did portray a nuclear atomic bomb test very well.
Right, up until this point.
That's what it is.
And the prairie dog is there, right? Because that wouldn't have ran into the ground at the first sign of the explosion.
He wouldn't be that close to an atomic blast and still be standing. He would have died of acute radiation poisoning by now.
Well, not technically, because people did survive in Hiroshima and Nagasaki
but not for very much longer than
concurs. That. Birdo Prey is the consummate expert on hitting the ground. Admiral, did you get the volume yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So they are watching him. They are dealing with the radiation. Hopefully, he kept his mouth shut during the entire time.
But being that close, he would have absorbed a huge amount.
He only has to live another few weeks.
True, Resolute Germ. He did drink from the Holy Grail.
Oh,
but same with his father, and it's been shown in this movie that his father passed away. So
maybe
I think the immunity factors of the Grail were only effective in that area.
Maybe the father was smart enough and took one of the fake Grails with him in case he ever wanted to die.
Now we just get to watch the piece of crap that's the rest of this movie. All the good stuff is finished now.
Russian.
By that minimal
really only mid-30s? I would have put her at 40s.
But by that little of a description, they found exactly who it was.
How many Russian women could be on American soil at this point, carrying a rapier?
How would they know she has a rapier except for him?
What is a rapier?
It's a thin, like sword.
They look like the temporal investigations department.
Oh, Richie Poole. I graduated from film school, and not one of my professors said, "Oh, if you want to see a good movie, watch Crystal Skull." They all talked about the other indie movies, but not this one.
He's still teaching, huh? He gets older, but the students stay the same age. You're being you're being fired because you're a commie. Uh-oh.
Richie Poole, I graduated with honors. And you're fired.
Controversy.
He doesn't have tenure.
You don't want their money. I thought you were a capitalist. Aw. Richie Poole says, you should have paid more attention in class.
And I told him I graduated with honors.
You should have paid more attention anyway.
On how bad this movie was? Didn't need a teacher to tell me that.
What do film teachers know? Morons called Forrest Gump a great movie. It was a great movie.
Forrest Gump is a great movie. It's very well done. A great
In
story.
the buttocks, sir.
Forrest Gump's rank right up here with Crystal Skull.
No, it's on the other side of the spectrum. This is on the crap-o-meter.
They want this balance, so I have to at least try to find some good.
Resolute Germ, we'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
And look, they showed Sean Connery, so that's a good plus for this movie.
Well, maybe we should pay some money for Anti-Trekker to do his objective subjective and see where he scores this.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know.
I just told Anti-Trekker, by the way, because he was messaging me that I was watching Crystal Skull, and his answer was, glad I'm at work. Lol.
Lucky man.
The only thing I like,
yes, Richie,
other than about the series,
no, the talent that Shia LaBeouf is now in.
Shia LaBeouf.
Can we put that song on?
No, we can't play music.
Sorry, Admiral. What's up?
Only thing I liked about the Indiana Jones franchise overall was the musical scores were pretty good.
Yes, I agree, because the musical score added so much to this movie. It even made Temple of Doom watchable. T-Burke, I love that. Anti-Trekker Jones and the 3D resin skull.
Mud, Harry Mudd.
Michael, yes, that is Shia LaBeouf, a rebel without a clue. I guess Richie Poole muted us.
No, Richie Poole wouldn't. Yeah, he's a rebel without a cause. Mutt. No, not Mutt. Mud, isn't it? Did he say Mutt or Mud?
I think it's mute.
That's his last name?
Richie isn't happy because Sissel Prey isn't here, so that's all.
He got to see Sissel Prey. Oh, his name is Mutt.
Oh, he is a mutt.
Ketchup and mustard hasn't evolved at all, says Hector. I'm sure there's more preservatives in it now. El Dorado.
You're fighting for your life. Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. Shia LaBeouf. Actual cannibal. Shia LaBeouf.
Uh-oh, Crystal Skull was stolen. 15th century.
Of course, that makes sense. The power of Aquaman. Yeah.
Tough guy.
Not a lot of Marys anymore.
He ain't that tough without
Oh,
money.
he's a tenured professor. Oh, tenure didn't help him for this.
If he was tenured, they couldn't have fired him in the first place and without having a hearing, and he should have been present for the hearing.
When federal and the agents are involved in the 50s, they can do anything.
This is a Kathleen Kennedy-led picture. Of course, there's going to be no logic in it.
Sure, I look like a mailman.
In the 50s, you could be fired for many different reasons. But the main reason was communism.
We should still have that rule. Ooh, she's tough.
Oh God. Introducing stereotypical 50s rockabilly fight scene.
Yep. Just so they could play this Bill Haley song.
Gramps. I'm only your father, not your grandfather. Oh, spoiler alert.
It's kind of
the movie is at
cliche to
33
play songs
minutes
that were made
and
in the period that
47
the movie's
seconds.
supposed to portray. So of course,
so 34 minutes and 5 seconds.
So because this movie's supposed to be
34 minutes now.
1957, they're going to play all the songs that were popular in the 50s. Like in Forrest Gump, it was supposed to play place in the 60s and 70s. They played 60s and 70s music.
Right. Right. That doesn't work like that. That doesn't work like that at all.
Reggie Paul, I never said anything
Loses
about
legs.
stereotypes. I'm saying it's a movie trope that whenever the movie takes place, they play songs from that era. We all know that there's stereotypes in Indiana Jones movies.
What did the actor say about Bolivia? I think if they'd gone fast enough, they could have squeezed through there.
Motorcycles don't go that faster.
What is this?
50.
2020? Oh, no, they're protesting communism.
Back when schools used to protest communism, now they protest
Better
capitalism.
dead than red. Alexander would take offense.
See, we know this movie takes place sometime
Marcus
after
Brown is dead.
Oh, no.
Poor Marcus. Show this movie in campuses now, they'd be like, "What? We used to protest communism, but communism
It doesn't make
great."
sense at all. Hi, Dr. Jones. All right. That made an impact.
Wait, whoa! But didn't in the last Crusade
movie,
says the bulk of archaeology is research?
Right, and X never marks the spot. Welcome, Joseph Patrick, to the panel.
Oh, yes, it's here.
Hello, gentlemen. This stream definitely needs balance.
He's here to balance the force.
Oh, jeez.
Are you aware that this movie is basically filled with member berries to the previous movies?
Member berries don't make for a good movie all the time.
Right.
Can't wait till
person actually
comes out.
mascot lines. You know, they do talk about a lot of good historical and archaeological stuff, but it's so diluted by the Crystal Skull storyline. Yes, there are crystal skulls in the world, but the way they go at it is
Really?
so
They wouldn't stop in
diluted.
Miami? Oh, they stopped in Havana.
And what about the
That's
Ark?
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it diluted as well?
Oh, and he's bringing
Not
his
as much.
motorcycle along, because why not? How much does it cost to rent a private plane in the 50s?
Must not cost much because he's always on some sort of.
Sisopre was in Peru. She could have talked about her hedonism, Bird. No, Michael, I was never at hedonism. That wasn't me.
No wonder they don't like Americans. Here's one showing up just flipping a knife around.
This looks more like Mexico, not Peru.
Will we see some alpacas? But they are wearing the Peruvian ponchos.
He was kidnapped by Pancho Villa.
Going to stream.
He never finished school. Just useless.
And look at you now. You're a rebel without a clue. Mechanics can make some good money.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that is a good job choice.
That's right. Especially by the time he hits the 70s, there's going to be that big
Yeah.
Easy Rider boom.
60s. 60s, 70s, yeah. Huge rider boom by then. And he'd be about in his, if this movie, I would say he's maybe in his late teens, early 20s. By then he'd be in his 50s. Perfect.
And welcome, Alexander, to bring balance to the communism.
All we have chips and Diet Pepsi to watch the movie. Look at that. Just driving the job.
Jeez.
Alexander, are you paid by PepsiCo?
No, I'm not. But you know that the factory doing the chips,
The latest news is that there's going to be an Indiana Jones 5 in 2022.
Yeah, I heard that.
July of 2022.
Yeah, it's going to take place in the 60s. It's going to get launched off in a rocket.
Well, it has
He's going to go to the moon.
I think it should take place in the early 60s because this took place in 1957.
Should take place as Indiana Jones is Neil Armstrong.
Don't look so surprised, Commander. And don't look around for your either.
Doesn't need to be Neil Armstrong, but definitely they could do something with it.
I think they should bring up Noah's Ark, finish the religious symbiotic trilogy.
I'm going to guess Admiral
No,
Sabal
you
would
have-
disagree.
You do have Ark of the Covenant. You have the Holy Grail. All you're missing is Noah's Ark.
you could find a Noah's Ark and go to moon with it.
What if Noah's Ark is crashed on the moon?
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
It was a great flood.
I would spend my last Earth
Yeah.
The
What if it
water-
flooded the Earth all the way to the orbit of the moon?
Yes, I mean, don't know how the elephants and the monkeys survive on the boat.
GT Lemon says they should do Hollow Earth.
No. This
For
is kind of like a
Hollow-
Hollow Earth. This crystal skull.
Indiana
kinda like
should
Hollow Earth.
find out that the Earth is flat.
No, for Hollow Earth or the Germans of the 1930s on the moon, there is already a very good movie.
Maybe.
Iron Sky.
Oh yes, it's good. I saw that. It's amazing. I saw it. I saw the second one too. You saw Iron Sky too, Joseph.
I didn't see it yet, but I know about it. Yes.
You can watch it on Google. It's now I watch it. I rent it on Google. That's absolutely crazy. It's amazing. All the jokes, including apples and Steve Jobs, are crazy.
We have a Momo spotting.
What?
There's a Momo spotting.
Okay, we are watching a movie, Momo the Challenger. This is not the time to. Oh yes, you're Tom's. Okay, you can do Tom's as you want. I can do that too. I mean,
Wait a second. Is anybody hearing the music on the stream? Not the music, the audio. I thought I heard
There was for a few seconds an echo.
I think someone did the mistake, but you'll not get problem for that short moment. But this is not me.
a lot of stairs.
The Momo
That's not
is
really-
there.
It's not very friendly for ramps. Wow.
Momo the Challenger. Oh yes, it's karate. Of course, karate now. Oh, I can
Wow, that guy's pissed.
do go on.
Yeah.
This is. This is
No
Exhibit
shit, the darts
one.
are poison.
of why this movie is complete trash. This scene right here.
Why? Which this?
It's it came out of nowhere. It's like what?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. The darts aren't double tipped.
The tip counts. You said it
The
yourself.
tip does count, but the tip is only on one side.
But you go, guys. Momo the Challenger was there. It could be worse. Could be Captain Redneck.
Wesley, where are you watching the movie? Because on the actual stream, it's only showing clips. So if you want to watch the actual movie, you'd have to either go to Bird will Prey 5 to the viewing room, the screening room, or you can watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, those of us watching it from the viewing room, it's working just fine.
Yeah.
At least it is for me.
I'm in the viewing room. And it's
Yeah.
working just fine.
I can give them some credit that they're actually using practical effects in this part.
By the way, I realized I can make a link on vertalprey5.com that forwards people to the viewing room. So I will be able to just put the link directly into the chat. Because YouTube doesn't take the URL for the viewing room, but they'll take a Bird will Prey link. So I won't have to tell people to go to vertalprey5.com.
Scorpion.
That'll save a little time. I would have done it for today, but I didn't have the time. By the
Those are
time I
CG.
realized we could do it.
The scorpions are CG.
So why did it have to be scorpions? Yes.
Bird, in the vote, you should put barbed wire. People could vote for barbed wire.
Is that true about scorpions? Like, if it's a big scorpion, don't worry about it.
Baby scorpions do have a more concentrated venom.
Yeah, there are some different kinds of scorpions, and some of them are not that venomous. Some of them
I'm
are
just
pretty
saying,
much.
I
If
got
the day ever
applaud
comes
the
that I
art
can walk
director on
again and I'm hiking around Arizona and I come across a scorpion, should I be worried if it's a small scorpion?
Mm. I'm just saying I got to applaud the art director and the props department. They actually did a decent job on this.
Just think we're only not even halfway through this yet.
Richie Poole is watching on his big screen TV. Nothing left.
Hey, wasn't Harrison Ford famous for doing most of his own stunts?
Maybe back in the earlier days, but I doubt at this age he'd want to do his own stunts.
Jackie Chan was famous for that.
Jackie Chan was famous, Jet Li was famous, and Bruce Lee were famous.
Chuck Norris.
The only role I know Chuck Norris from
And
is Walker
Tom
Texas
Cruise.
Ranger.
Tom Cruise is doing his own stunts.
MCU Aunt May doing his own stunts.
I don't think she did many stunts in the movie.
Oh, Wesley, then it might be your connection because we're watching it just fine in the screening room.
Wesley says he's on the screening room.
Are you watching it over mobile internet? That could be it.
Bree did her own stunts? No, she didn't. It was proven that there was a stunt double for her.
And there was also a stunt butt for her.
No complaints there.
I agree, Richie Poole. You'll clear out the scorpions first.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got a knife.
What archaeologic? Yeah. What archaeologist doesn't have one?
Indy.
Yeah, he should have like
No
a Swiss
skull.
Army knife.
Good effect there.
I don't think it works that quickly.
I like the effect.
There, now he's got a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
You know what, guys? What bothers me a little bit, you are bashing on some things from the movie that we saw in the previous ones, and you didn't have problems with it.
Oh,
Like
did
what?
we see a nuclear blast in the previous one?
I'm not saying the nuclear blast, but other things. Like
My-
for example, now it doesn't work like this. How many things do not work like this from the previous
See,
movies?
that's the thing, though. When you give me a good movie,
Those don't
I'm
matter as much.
more able to suspend disbelief.
But when
you
you're
give
watching
me
a
a
crappy
bad
movie,
movie,
you're going to
and then
nitpick the
I'm
hell out of
gonna-
it.
yeah,
This is like example, Bob Wire. When I watch that, I'm able to suspend my disbelief.
We don't watch
Plus-
barbed wire for the action. Just put it that way.
Bob Wire.
plus in the other movies, they're religious based. You know, it's the power of God or something that's causing things to happen. This is not.
It's not even a good alien movie. If they were going to do a sci-fi movie, at least could they have
You know
made it
what?
a little bit more believable?
Okay, well, jumping out of the aircraft into an inflatable raft, even we called that out.
You know, guys, what is incredible when we finished Doritos ketchup's bag? It opened a new one.
Okay, that's not how the crystal skulls in the real world look anyway. If they were going to do this stuff, no.
They had to be alien.
No, they use the crystal skulls and they think they're alien or extraterrestrial or something. but that's not how they look like. They look like normal skulls.
Oh, and they're magnetic, but not until they need to be.
Who speak about crystal skulls that are alien skull? I mean, someone is believing in aliens here.
They always said the crystal skulls were always some sort of. If they were going to do something like that, then I feel like they should have made the skull.
Alexander,
look like this
when you are
here.
going to play
That's
with
what
the
the skull
bag,
should have
can
looked like.
you mute yourself, please?
What?
You are causing too much noise with the bag.
This is when I open it. It's already open.
And now the loud crunching.
When you're going to be chewing on chips, just mute the mic. Thank you.
The mic is so strong that you hear me eating chips.
Yes.
Yes, I just don't feel like this fit in the Indiana Jones movie. It was all Earth-based, religion, mythology, like Indian mythology. It all had to do with the human species, not extraterrestrial. How did they find them so easily?
They've been watching him.
I guess.
Figured let him do all the dirty work.
Are they in Brazil now? If I was following the map correctly. It's either Venezuela, end of Venezuela or the top of Brazil.
Yeah, they're in Brazil now.
Okay.
Look, more commies for Indy to kill.
He's drunk.
I liked how they treated Crystal Skull on Stargate. It had also an alien element there.
Well, in Stargate, I think it's more believable because they deal with the extraterrestrial.
Fun fact, though, this is an early form of Kurogan barber chair. Got to strap them in.
No.
El Diablo. Oh, no, El...
They are doing only one type of haircut, 1/8 of an inch.
El Dorado.
El Dorado, yeah. I couldn't think of it for a sec. El Diablo's the devil.
When we used to go to Fort Myers, we'd stay at the El Dorado Inn. It was one of my favorite motels. Had a tiki hut next to the pool.
For me, it's weird because when I first saw the movie, I thought she looked hotter than she actually does in this movie right now.
Dr. Jones, do you see more?
That's Kate Blanchett, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think she looks attractive at all.
When I first saw the movie, I thought she looked attractive, but now we're rewatching. I'm like, what was I thinking?
She's having a Vulcan haircut. We should like her.
She's amazing. I like her.
She's better in other roles.
I knew you would, Alexander.
Russian girls are the best, but I don't think she's Russian. But
So they couldn't find a good Russian actress?
There she
But
goes.
there are a lot in Russia. Yeah, there are a lot of good Russian actresses that you can choose. But I mean,
I think they should have found like a Russian actress to do this.
I like this shadow play with his. This is perfect.
Lens flare.
And yes, she was the villain in Thor.
he speaks about Thor and
Thor Ragnarok?
Ragnarok, yeah, his sister.
Yeah. Oh, she was. Loved Hela. I wish they didn't kill her off.
In
She
comic
played a gr-
books, nobody actually dies.
I honestly wish they kept Hela around because that's one thing the MCU's lacking in is solid villains. And I think Hela would have made a great task for the Avengers to face.
Junior.
Indie Tiger, she has the same hairstyle as Data's daughter, Lal.
Yeah, I can see it. Michael, I don't know if Hela's still fighting him or not. They just imply that she died during when Asgard was destroyed.
She does great accent.
I taught her everything I knew.
Yeah, right.
I could try a little bit more.
It's like staring into the eyes of Hypnotoad.
Woohoo!
Dun dun dun. And it's true.
Ugh. That is bad.
Why?
Yeah, something about that scene just looks like shit. Yet he knows how to avoid getting attacked by the Ark of the Covenant and everything, but I'm looking right into the skull.
Yet.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean?
Yet.
Yet
Son of
it,
a
No.
bitch. I know what it means.
Если русский не понимаешь.
I know niet means the same as 9. It's 7, 8, niet.
Oh! 7 up.
Приведите женщину. Bring the woman.
Oh.
No, Mr. Miles. Last Crusade is my favorite.
Yes, Michael. Bird wants us to be quiet right now so he can listen to this masterpiece.
You mean this gibberish that they're spewing?
Paper, paper, paper.
The thing is, there are really many similar elements to the second movie.
Yeah, the second movie sucked.
Yep, now he's drawing pictures of penises.
Like I said in my Star Trek Discovery Season 2 finale review, who cares if you grab all these references from other successful franchises? If you don't have a story or have something that connects it all, it's just a pile of crap with a bunch of references to other movies.
But they are referencing themselves.
Yeah, and Star Trek Discovery always references the other Star Treks. Doesn't mean it's good.
Now you realize his mind is all messed up because he stuck his face in one of those alien things like O'Neill did.
And also, crystal skulls in the real world, they're not supposed to have any mythical like magic unless they're with other crystal skulls.
But interestingly, other movies and, as I mentioned, Stargate, for example, treat it like that.
Hey, Bird, say something. Are you asleep?
I'm not asleep.
Okay, just making sure you got pretty quiet there for a while.
Out of nowhere. Punch out of nowhere.
Burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby.
I actually like this movie.
I gathered.
Yeah, the only thing maybe that
And then
is
that
not
is
done
okay.
so well is
This
the ending.
They're in the
effect here
fire
is
sand.
bad. This is not that good of an effect because it's just it looks so computer generated.
ROUSs, I don't think they exist.
And in the first movies, the effects look dated.
Maybe they'll fall through the sand into a
Uh,
big wormhole.
Even though they might look dated today, they still have. I myself,
And then the
I
X-wing
prefer
will be
practical
there.
effects to everything CGI'd now. So I prefer the cheesier effects because at least you had someone there that did it on site.
This is the reason why the special effects in cheap, low budget production are so good. Because I saw low budget production movies, and the skies was looking really real.
No, sometimes CGI is done amazingly. In this case, not so much.
In Bob Wire, there was not so much CGI.
It's something about CGI. I just prefer the practical effects over computer
Hmm.
animation because I want it like it just I think brings out the better acting in the person when there's something physical there that they're reacting to.
Me personally, the type of movie
That's torture.
the type of movie where I think that CGI is not good, and this is very important to have no CGI. This is a porn movie. In porn movie, CGI, you don't need that. I prefer the real thing.
Hold tight, it's slimy. No way that snake wouldn't rip in half.
Probably not.
Yes, Michael, we just mentioned barbed wire. Can we put that in the pool? in the pool?
Barbed Wire is a masterpiece.
Barbed wire is trashy, but it's good trash.
I have the omnibus of the comics of Barbed Wire. This is really good.
Okay, I
This
agree.
is
For
bad.
example, this CGI doesn't look good.
That's bad CGI. That's what I'm saying. Like them creating something that would have been more practical, I think would have looked better than what that did.
Karogan lawnmower.
After the movie, we can play Risk.
Probably not, Alexander. I've been streaming all day.
Okay.
Have dinner. But if other people want to play Risk, you
What
guys
all
are
day?
welcome to.
You started at 1.
I was on a stream earlier this morning on Jedi Bill's channel. Jedi Bill, by the way, is doing a 48-hour stream right through till Monday morning.
Oh, that would be.
Then you will sleep on his stream.
No, I'm not doing a 48-hour stream, but I was on his stream early this morning.
I told people if I can crack 100 subs, I would do a 24-hour stream. There's
Okay.
that knife.
Ouch.
Well, he certainly didn't have any restraint from any of them. Now that is bad CG.
What was their CG?
The back window, the back area. They don't even do this anymore. Now we can replay the chase scene that we've seen in Raiders of the Lost Ark and
Yeah,
Last Crusade.
It'll be
exactly.
okay.
But instead of the Nazis running after them, it's the communists. Oh my god. I guess the bulk of the budget for this movie went to keep Harrison Ford there.
Junior.
Yeah, Richie will agree that all 4 movies follow the formula.
Yeah, but this one diverted from the formula the most. When you got a winning formula, you don't change it, and they changed it in this movie.
Who's pushing the gas?
Wouldn't the car have stopped by now? Like that,
Cruise control, simple.
they didn't have cruise control in the fifth.
And once again, you are nitpicking on stuff that wouldn't bother you in the previous movies.
They never showed cruise control in the previous movies.
But let's go to Temple of Doom and chase in the mines.
The what in the mines?
The chase on the carts.
Oh, I complained about that. That it was idiotic for him to use his feet to stop the cart.
The more I watch it, the less complaints I have.
Right. Less complaints.
You still got the skull, though.
I'm gonna jello you. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, we'll never hear from Bird the rest of the stream. He's going to sleep.
Oh, gotta
Don't-
bring out that.
Don't cross the stream.
Yes, Michael. Her hair never seems to move, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to indoctrinate the guys on the panel.
Can I say this is the least entertaining chase scene out of the 3?
Well, you can't go too fast through a jungle. Oh, here comes
This
that
looks
fence.
so fake. Cars don't even look real. Like, that does not look real at all.
Come on, do a Zorro Z on her chest.
Oh, where's the scar? You see him get sliced in the face, and yet there's no blood, no nothing.
He has blood on his cheek.
Where?
There we go.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, smack in the nuts.
And you what? Say why I don't like this movie? Oh God!
Well, at least they're back together. Well, now they split.
And her hair barely moves. Like, at least the
Hairspray.
chase scenes in the other movies look more realistic. This is just craziness.
This is Playmobil haircut.
Someone please point out the blood on his cheek where he got sliced.
Playmobil haircuts doesn't move.
Oh, now it finally does.
Давай, товарищ.
Ass kicked by a woman.
Because Shia LaBeouf can't fight worth shit.
Well, at least she's flexible. That's a plus. Now shoot him with the gun.
Hello, not right.
Fire the gun!
Now, okay, I agree. Now this is stupid.
This is
But it's only 20
Ugh.
minutes of the movie.
This is a monkey.
And now he sees himself as a monkey.
He is a monkey. Has the intelligence of a monkey. In older movies, it would have been a nice matte painting, but this is CG.
Woohoo!
Oh,
George of the jungle.
Yes, Richie.
Bird was rather.
This scene
Yeah.
is one of the main reasons why I just don't like this movie. It dilutes the pitiful story that they're trying to say anyway. But this is just bad.
Yes, Mountains of Elysium. This CG
Like,
is crap.
we're-
Yeah.
When I watch bad CG, I kind of get out of the movie. It takes me out of the movie. I can't enjoy it because it's just so bad. And they weren't even trying to do like purposely bad CG like in Sharknado. This is just bad.
And you know,
Lasagna.
Sharknado CG. Well, you have to compare the budget as well, of course.
Yeah, but that Sharknado was purposely trying to be bad. This is just bad.
Now look at that. It's the monkeys attack.
Yes, Richie Poole, all the Indiana Jones did have some bad scenes, but this is just ridiculously bad, and it's dragging on.
They're bonding. Oh,
Woohoo!
Stay on the rocks. There's graboids.
And they should
yeah,
be
that
dead.
wouldn't have decapitated all of them.
Not really.
And her hair's perfectly fine again after all that.
This
Is that a murder hornet?
This is the Playmobil haircut.
Oh,
They're on the
God.
anthill.
Can't watch this scene.
No? Why?
Big damn ants.
Us in middle Texas. We take this out first.
Ants can't swim.
No, but they can form their own bridges.
It's like they took all the shady parts of the other Indiana Jones movies and they made one. They made this. They didn't like. There's no real charm. Overacting, ridiculous amounts of CG.
Don't post the movie on the stream, Bert.
I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
They're
It's
in a
okay. You're in a boat car. It's very convenient.
Henry Jones Jr. Oh, no.
Skull power.
You don't have to wear a mask if we're out walking. Just
Someone
walking down the
open
street.
the sound.
Ants can't climb
This is
trees.
usually in the movie where I just tuned out. I tune out. But yes, the other ones did have some non-realistic elements to it, but this is just meh.
He-Man!
No indie tigers. I have the power.
I have the
He's getting the crap beat out of him.
This
Bro,
this
this
is
Ant
this
Team
is
is
a
not
reminder to
good.
just
Like,
Oh, they can
really?
create it. They can create their own.
yeah. That was bad CGI.
Very bad CGI.
Very bad CGI.
They create their own totem pole of ants.
At least the ants in Ant-Man looked realistic.
But it's at
The
least
ants in Honey, I Shrunk Your Kids look more impressive.
from what year is this movie?
This year is 2006.
2006.
Ant-Man took place in
and-
2014.
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk Your Kids
Took place or was filmed 2014?
was like 1989 or something.
But honestly, we had better CGI in before
Not much better.
2006.
Oh, wait, they're going to take them into into the ant hole. Oh, there's no ants anymore.
It was, yeah, Richie. It was a bit of a funny little thing when they
They're
used
taking his hat.
the ants gun was kind of a fourth wall break.
You're going to check for an ant in the hat before you put it on at least?
No, he's saving it for later lunch.
Wouldn't be cool.
How's the car still driving?
It's a special car.
How did she get down from the tree?
The
Last you saw her, she was hanging
car
off the
picked her
branch.
up.
Pardon?
A car came underneath her and let her drop down.
No, I didn't catch
Because all
that.
the ants had cleared away for some reason. Right.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Right. Yes.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
God.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of it works.
Oh my God.
Big flat sweater.
This is so bloody ridiculous.
Once again, the headlights are on. Doctor.
How
Oh,
did
she
they survive-
reminds me of Frau Farbissina from Austin Powers.
Send in the ants.
Yep. 3 times it drops. Here comes the waterfalls.
I'm going to definitely, if I remember, for the week after, Austin Powers is going on.
And here they go to the land of the lost.
That would be nice if we do an Austin Powers thing.
Mars Attacks should be on the list.
Mars Attacks could be on the list, technically.
You know what? I watched it
Barbed
today.
wire. We should put barbed wire on the stream, on the list.
Yes, on the list. Barbed wire. Who want barbed wire on the list? And Jonah X too.
No, please,
No.
no. There I can agree that it's a bad movie.
Kronos' Bird of Prey dropped this 3 times. Amanda Liam says, of course, headlights are on.
Quest?
You are 25% less likely to be in an accident if you have them on. They're in a dangerous river after all. Well, we could also watch Coneheads.
Well, at least she hung on to the steering wheel.
Her hand position's wrong. It should be a 10 and 2, not 4 and 8.
Stop being
We are
ridiculous
from
now.
France.
Hey, I was just doing what Anti-Trucker would have gave it 3 red turds for.
Well, get that water. It's coming out of his nose.
Skull Island. King Kong's back there.
Anti-Tracker gave the last Star Wars movie 6 out of 10. I don't think this movie would be worse in rating.
LDG is here.
I think if Anti-Trucker did a subjective objective review of this, it would probably finish with a 3 out of 10.
This is a definite 9 out of 10 movie. Come on.
Not 9 out of 10, but definitely a 7 plus.
No, I would give it like 3 or 4.
Well, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 turds.
Yeah, women drivers.
I know it.
Hey, Resolute.
Mountains
Like,
of
this would be
Elysium.
like a 3 or 3.5 out of 10. Temple of Doom would be like maybe a 5 out of 10. Raiders would be 7, and Last Crusade would be 9.
Resolute Germ.
Mountains of Elysium. Most people seek medical attention after 3 red turds. Richie Poole, I agree with you. 7.5 out of 10. And now you want money from me. Not
Hey,
going
you guys
to
are making me
happen.
watch this crap. The least you can do is give me $1. And it doesn't even have to be an American dollar. It could be, I'm a Canadian. I take Canadian money. It'd save you 30 cents. You guys donate to me. It saves you 30 cents on the dollar. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
This movie was a 4 out of 5. Completely agree.
If that was a 4 out of 10, perfect. Perfect score.
4 out of 5, Joseph, really?
I'm
Not
rating
even
this
a
movie
3.
7.5 is this movie for me. I really enjoy it.
Bob Warriors is a 12 on 5.
I've never seen Bob
Hubert,
Dwyer.
there is no such thing as a Canadian accent. You just say a lot.
I have seen Barbed Wire. We used to have it on the borders to Austria.
I got Barbed Wire on DVD.
Resolute Germ.
There. Now, Commodore Ty can quiet down.
I'm missing a cat, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Once
Did you
again.
check under the bed?
T-Bird, the orphans are escaping.
How are you, Lord Jeremy? How are you?
Somehow we ended up in ancient Mayan times.
And they're all alive. They've
Oh,
just been hiding from the Census
Because
Bureau.
those pyramids look like ancient Mayans and Aztec.
and they're all getting
Richie
hit with
Poole, I do agree with your marks on the first three. I don't agree with your mark for Crystal Skull. I think it's on par or worse than Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom is the best.
Temple of Doom is a bit weird, but I wouldn't rate it as a 4. I would give it maybe a 6, 6.5.
I give Temple of Doom smack dab in the middle, a 5.
The Temple of Doom is the best. Playmobil haircut.
Was it a tracker or an anti-tracker?
Yes, Kronos, we know. Spoiler. Kronos gave a spoiler. Michael, I do agree with most of your numbers except for maybe Last Crusade. I think it deserves more than a 7.
Resolute Germ.
The obelisk is always the key.
They're not in Egypt.
unless the key is the key. Then the obelisk isn't the key.
The obelisk points the way to the key.
Uh-oh.
This is where it gets really... What the fuck are they doing? Richie, Fool, are you just trolling us now, saying Temple of Doom would have been better with Jar Jar Binks?
Yes, it's true, Richie Poole.
Hey, Bird, do you have you done the Star Wars movies yet?
Yes.
Dang it.
But we did only the original trilogy and the specialized versions.
We can do the prequel.
Yeah, we got to do the prequel.
I
at
think
some point.
Mountain is the closest to what I think of the Indiana Jones movies.
The prequels, that was so much talking.
Yeah, I think because I think what George Lucas's ideas was with it was to give you all the information about every little thing. Like they had to explain everything.
Like they explain everything about Jar Jar Binks in the Phantom Menace.
No, like Jar Jar Binks, that was just idiotic for them. But like having to explain the Force and metachlorines and the dark side and everything.
And the
It
Gungans.
kind of lost some of that mythology, and it made it more scientific.
Like the Gungans.
Here you go. You're going to take the fast way down.
Wow, I'm surprised not one of them got impaled.
Yeah, well, good thing they avoided those.
Well,
Choky
you know,
thing.
the name wasn't Vlad, so that's why they didn't get impaled.
So many tips. Do they all count?
They'd count if they got stuck. Yeah.
He's pulling a dead body out.
Well, the complete human skeleton goes for good money on the black market. It's
Why
better
hasn't
than
Eddie dropped it yet? No, he
fixing a
dropped it.
dozen motorcycles.
Kirk had a motorcycle in Beyond.
Oh,
Kirk had a motorcycle in the first one, 2009.
As well, right?
no, he gave it away.
There's a
You
fake-
like it? It's yours. Yeah, no title. Just take it.
real Kurt didn't know how to drive.
Anti-tracker. Oh, tracker.
He's leaving him a trail.
He's really a triple agent.
This reminds me rather of the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser.
I can see it, yeah.
And those are actually good, funny movies. The first two. The third one was... No. I didn't like the Scorpion King. That was stupid. That was bad CGI.
That looks more like, this is all Asian. It's like you're taking aspects of all the ancient civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically if the people that believe in the ancient alien theories, this is the movie they'd make.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's alien.
This is the repository of knowledge.
These are practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
And see how good they look?
Now we're in a gold ship.
I could watch Stargate, the movie.
Kronos, I think the door was like
Oh,
just
hell yeah.
like a normal
Stargate
door
the
that
movie,
was
I gotta
going
put in
to like a palace or a certain room.
with Mr. Miles. Watch Stargate the movie.
I think so.
LDG says Bird of Prey, Boss, Anti-Tracker, and I played CNC Remastered. I was watching his stream.
The skull is practical. The skeleton is CGI.
I bought Command and Conquer the day it came out, remastered, but I didn't get a chance to play it yet. Triple Agent. Oh.
And here comes Natasha looking for Boris again.
LDG, you want to fight with Kuroga, but I saw you fight with Turtistan yesterday.
He wants to take over both Turtistan and Kuroga.
I don't know about that.
But the skull is practical. The skeleton CGI. They don't look good. Now the skull CGI.
They look afraid.
I don't speak Mayan.
Oh, Indy now knows Mayan too? How many languages does he know?
I think he's just making it up.
Whose phone's going off?
Ah, Star Wars.
Oh god. This is the cherry on the crap sundae.
Somebody grab that gold. Grab some of that gold.
Hey, I never said anything about Indy didn't know other languages. I just asked how many languages does he know?
All the ancient ones.
Well, possibly. Well, he didn't know the one at the beginning of Raiders. Because Balak was like, well, if only you speak this. Oh, God.
This was over the top. Yeah, agree.
Talking about taking you out of the movie. Oh, no shit. There's spaceman.
Well, somebody's getting a lot of messages.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, it's me.
I think they had a decent story, but then by doing this stuff, it just destroys any good that the movie had.
Someone put the sound.
Like I could forgive the refrigerator and all, like some of the what the fuck moments, but this is just.
Someone that put the sound of his on the movie.
What'd you say, Alexander?
Because I was hearing the sound of the movie.
Anybody on the stream hearing it?
But not now, no. But it was the case like
Okay, thank you.
a second before.
At least Spielberg has
Mhm.
like the same image of aliens in his movies.
And there she goes.
Carlo Albanese.
Just as if she looked at the Ark.
The arc effects were better than this.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, the arc effects were better.
They could handle a good CGI treatment.
Carlo Albanese.
Hello, Carlo.
Thank you, Daniel.
How are you, Carlo Albanese? How are you? Write to us. How are you, Carlo Albanese?
I think the biggest problem with this movie is they try to do too much in such a short movie.
Wesley Crusher.
I think they just decided to do too much, period. It's already a 2-hour movie. I wouldn't want it any longer.
Honestly, they should have stopped with this previous scene, and this was too much with this UFO.
I think they even admit that they felt like George just had too much control over this. Like the Lucas, where Steven Spielberg wanted a more realistic type movie, George wanted a more fantasy type movie, and we ended up getting a mismatch with like a jumble of both, and both failed.
Wesley, I know what makes a good movie.
If they were going to do a sci-fi movie, they should just went total sci-fi. If they were going to do a realistic movie, total realistic. They tried to merge the two, and it just utterly failed in this.
But the first three movies were everything but realistic.
No,
Yes.
somewhat unrealistic, but they managed to draw the line. They didn't here. They just went. It's like they just put all these ideas on a dartboard and just started firing darts at it.
Don't give up, Carlo Albanese. Don't give up.
No, Daniel, I do not like this movie. I watched it because people really, really wanted me to, and Admiral Saval paid for it. Though I would have watched it next week, apparently, because it was winning the polls. But
Yeah, the rigged poll.
it's not really for me.
Now the question is, how many people who voted for the movie really enjoy it and really like it, and how many did it just to torment and torture you?
I think the majority just did it to piss us off, force us to watch it.
Because I voted for it because I wanted to see it.
If we watch Bob Warrior, everybody.
I think, Joseph, you and Richie are the only two that actually wanted to watch it. Everyone else just did it to torment us.
Daniel's Hot Topic said in the chat that it's not a bad movie as well. So it's like three of us?
Associate Dean, that's going to keep him away from the ladies. Oh, but he's going to be married now.
Carlo Albanese.
Okay, John DeMarco, I have to admit I voted it for purposes of torment.
Kronos did for a bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. Mountains of Elysium. The chase scene was cheesy, extremely, and a bit cringy, but otherwise, I like it. And Richie says, "Me too. I wanted to torch a bird."
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Bird.
I think the only good point was the chase with the monkey.
Gotta love some monkeys beating up on some commies.
Yes, because people beating up communists
Oh.
are obviously monkeys, or even worse kind of animals. I mean,
The initial reason for that scene was because they expected Shia LaBeouf to carry on the franchise, but near the end they're like, no, we can't. We just can't make the new Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Remember, at the time he was relatively big.
The only big things he was in was Transformers.
Transformer movies, yeah, exactly. And he was the
The
upcoming
first one was
star.
decent, then it just went downhill from there.
See, Resolute Germ voted for torture and OCD reasons because you just can't do the first three without doing the last one.
I wouldn't consider this a true Indiana Jones movie.
Resolute Germ.
Oh my God, it's over. It's finally over. I don't
47
get it.
Yorktown?
What people find so great about this movie.
47 Yorktown asks, how much money to rewatch Star Trek Discovery?
$140. $10 per
I'd
episode.
rewatch Discovery for $50 an episode.
I'd do it for $10 an episode.
I'll do it for $5.99
for the whole series.
I do it for free. I like it.
Joseph.
No, Kronos, I didn't fall asleep yet, but I will very soon.
Now I'm messing with you. There are certain episodes that I like, but
it had its
not
good
so
moments
many.
and it had its bad moments.
But,
Discovery?
Resolute enjoys
Yeah.
my pain.
Any moment with Michael Burnham was a bad moment.
We should watch Barbed Wire. Everybody will like it.
I say, put Barbed Wire on the voting list if Alexander does the Momo challenge.
The Momo Challenger.
How about if we do Galaxy Quest next week?
You're up in the
We are doing Galaxy Quest next
I
week.
love Galaxy
Yes,
Quest.
I'm definitely going to be a part of that.
Momo Challenger.
Never give up, never surrender.
Your
I
challenge.
love that movie.
And
I wonder if we can get Anti-Tracker part of that one.
will come here.
He's working.
I'll
let him know again, but
till when?
You got a donation, Bert.
oh,
Momo
John
Challenger.
D donated $2. Here's for being a good sport, Bert. Oh, thank you so much, John D. It wasn't necessary, but it is appreciated.
What is necessary is to send to Momo Challenger to get out of here. Momo Challenger, get out of here. Nobody will do your challenge.
Alexander, you have anything you want to say about your channel before we go?
Yes, it's very important to subscribe to my channel and to come to my channel to watch my live stream. Regardless of what is thinking, that Momo the Challenger. And by the way, if you stay in Lone Tree and not so far from Lone Tree, Colorado, I have a mission for you. This is very important. I cannot say the mission right now, but the mission need to be done. But that's an important mission into Lone Tree, Colorado. I can't say what is the mission. Oh, you Momora Challenger. I mean, the mission in Lone Tree, Colorado is not to destroy you, but we will.
Okay, Joseph, you got anything you want to say about your non-existent channel?
Yeah, please subscribe to my channel because I won't bother you with some notifications, some videos or live streams. Feel free to subscribe. I'm over 30 now. I mean subscribers, over 40 with age. Yeah.
Commodore Ty.
Well, subscribe. I just posted a new video. I did a review on Star Trek Picard episode 3, and I'm getting very close to 50 subscribers. I'm hoping to at least hit 100 sometime soon. And also, I also need some charity.
Understood.
So, hope you guys can, even if it's $1, it's all good. I need a new laptop.
Thanks again, Bird.
You are welcome, Admiral. Anything else you want to say?
I can't think of anything else.
I would like to thank you, Admiral Soval.
Maybe Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan. We did that already.
Oh, you did?
I did all the Trek movies. That's what we started with.
I plan on doing a similar breakdown to what Anti-Trekker does, but for the Wrath of Khan, because everyone was so upset with how he broke down First Contact. I'm going to see what I can do with Wrath of Khan.
You want to be branded as a hater of Wrath of Khan?
No.
What if...
I actually enjoy Wrath of Khan a lot, so it's going to be hard for me to nitpick it, but...
The
I got
newest
stuff I can
Wrath of Khan remake, have you done Into Darkness?
Admiral, we did all the movies.
The dollar store version of Wrath of Khan.
All the Star Trek movies were done, actually.
Yeah, even the JJ ones.
Yeah.
Admiral, were you saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. Joseph, were you saying something extra?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you, Admiral Soval, for paying for the movie so we could watch it a week earlier. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's very nice of you. And DJ Odyssey, aka Momo, is there anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I'd like to say happy birthday to T-Berg and Kronos, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And Alexander, I'm coming for you.
It's T-Berg's birthday?
Oh, Motor Challenger.
If you'd read in the
wait,
chat,
is it Kronos' birthday too?
Read in the chat. They're all talking about it.
Resolute Germ, I just want to say in my opinion, I would give Wrath of Khan at least, I would give Wrath of Khan like a 9.5 out of 10, but I am going to try to do a subjective, objective review on it, so I'm hoping it's at least 8 for my personal sakes, but we'll see what happens. You just got to watch my channel to find out.
T-Berg turned 45 yesterday, and Kronos turned 44 today. Happy birthday to both you guys.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear T-Berg, a day ago. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kronos. Happy birthday to you. Stop saying Mama Pray is hot.
You know what, Alexander? That's pretty rude to talk to you.
Alexander, I don't know
Mama
what it
Pray
was.
says she's actually always cold.
What?
But my dogs are now
Happy birthday.
here.
But
Looking
happy
at me.
birthday.
If anyone talks to Captain Redneck, tell him I'm doing that Wrath of Khan review.
We don't want to speak with Captain Redneck.
No, but Captain Redneck wants
A lot of
that
people
review
speak
done.
with
I'm
Captain
doing it.
Redneck on Discord.
But they are vomiting at the same time. Like they are taping and they have like a bucket near to them and they are vomiting.
So Wesley, as for when is Princess Bride, as for when it wins next week, is Galaxy Quest, and the vote is up. Oh, let me put in the election, the poll for the week after. Oh, and Keyberg put in a super chat. I'll be right there.
T-Berg gave us super chat.
That is the vote to the link to vote in the poll for the week following. Princess Bride is there. And T-Berg with a $5 Canadian super chat said, Bird sang in tune. Here's a tip. Well, if I sang in tune, it was purely accidental.
Starship Troopers is winning.
Starship Troopers is in the early lead, but as we all know, that means nothing.
John DeMarco, you should maybe take medication.
But
I voted
Princess
for Apollo
Bride will
13.
certainly come up at some point, Wes. I won't let it. If it
somebody-
falls off, it'll come back sooner than later.
If somebody wants Princess Bride to win next week's poll, just get a hold of me and tip me.
Wow.
Oh no,
Wow.
no.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Dinner's almost ready.
Yeah,
I'm
my dinner's
exhausted.
ready, so I gotta get going.
Thank you again, Admiral Saval, and thank you everybody who showed up. Thank you to the panel for coming.
No
Thank
problem.
you
very
to
much for having
everyone
me.
else for watching. A successful double feature Saturday, Cinema Saturday. Here, I wouldn't say I want to do this every week, but once in a while, we could probably pull this off if we need to.
Who wants to play a game of Risk?
You can do a Cleopatra and Titanic
Yeah.
double feature. It would be like, yeah.
Oh God,
7 hours.
You need the whole day.
And
Who wants to play to Risk? Who wants to play a game of Risk?
you guys should decide that on you should stream, Alexander, and see who wants to play. I'm not down for right now. Maybe later, but not right now.
LDG Pixels, can we play a game of Risk on your channel? I'm smiling.
You guys, I'm going to end the stream. You guys can talk for a bit after it ends. If you can get a risk in
I'm
going.
leaving. It's almost midnight, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
need to
go sleep.
find the
Qapla All.
third
care.
cat. Bye. Take care.
Good night, Joseph.
Have a good night.
And good night. Good evening, everybody else.